Hey there, Rad Rollers. It's me again, Jared. I just wanted to take a moment to thank everybody, Dave, the players, the listeners, for giving me the opportunity to run some sessions of Rad Rolls. Back in the day, I ran a podcast called Maximum Pew Pew, but COVID really put a damper on that, let me tell you. It's been 2 years since I've put up an episode, so it's been very soothing to the soul that Dave has allowed me to stretch those particular muscles again. I appreciate everyone's patience while the substitute teacher has been covering the class the past few weeks. Take care, and enjoy the second half of the Clone Saga.
Our American way of life, isn't it grand? Peace, freedom, and bacon and eggs. Seems perfect. But what if it's not? Friends, your future may not be as secure as you think. Where will you be when the atomic bombs fall? You can secure your family's future by listening to a group of people play a tabletop role-playing game. That's right, it's all about the horrors of nuclear devastation. You could imagine yourself as a vault dweller, or form a more serious connection with someone else. Just a few rolls of the dice, and you could be disintegrating a rad roach. There's lots of swell kids to play with. Come join our party as we survive the brutal hell that is the wasteland. Subscribe now and prepare for the future.
I mean, it's going to be fun enough, but it's not going to be like playing the game. It's just going to be like going over like, this is combat. This is like stats and
all the crunch.
Yeah, some of the crunch. I feel like we need that because nobody else is really playing this game. And so like that's a good entry point. The other thing is that in August, I'm putting together a The Pit one shot we're going to do. It's going to be set in the Pit. It's going to be kind of like a prequel to the Fallout 76 expansion, and we're going to release that in September.
That's awesome.
So we're going to roll all new characters. I may get a guest spot from some content creators. I was thinking, I don't know if you all are tapped into that, but Jessica Starr or I know No Respawns. He plays a bunch of tabletop games. I can always pull Tom from the Fallout Lorecast. He'd be happy to do stuff, but I get a guest spot, get somebody else in here just to have fun, get the word out, that kind of stuff. Those are my two announcements. So I'll give you more details the closer we get to all that.
Cool.
I cede my time to the GM.
All right, motion to begin. All right. When last we left our heroes, we had a group of 4 individuals. We had Clark, we had Hazel Greenglass, we had Pep Hackett, and we had Lonnie Haybear dressed in vault suits. And they had previously tried to make their way to Old Nolans as they were asked to do, and were turned away because there were some issues in Old Nolans. Lonnie was asked to speak with his contacts at the Brotherhood of Steel, and they came up with a plan that would hopefully allow the Rising Sun Settlement access to Old Nolans so they can meet Ella Fitzgibbons, who they were supposed to speak with concerning the Rising Sun Settlement. Now, you were making your way south. So Lonnie Haybear was given a mission. He was given control of 18 Brotherhood of Steel initiates to take them on basically a shooting range or makeshift shooting range so they could practice on some mole rats and some living targets, because a lot of these individuals, they haven't really had much live target practice yet. They've shot stationary targets. They haven't really shot anything live. And they want these individuals, since they're all pretty green, pretty brand new in the Corps, to get some practice. And Knight Lonnie Haybear seems to be a perfect candidate to sort of lead this expedition. So Knight Lonnie Haybear delegated some of these fire team members to his compatriots, some to Clark, some to Hazel, some to Pep. As you were, well, we'll get to that. Pep,
Yes.
you are in a black room, laying in a black velvet hammock. It is the most relaxed you have ever been in your entire life. There is no force in the world that would cause you to open your eyes right now. But you keep hearing this voice, Pep, Pep, Pep.
Not
Come on,
opening
Pep.
my eyes.
That's fine. You don't have to open your eyes. You just have to listen right now. Pep,
All right, make it quick.
I've got some bad news for you, Pep.
Quicker.
You are about to wake up.
I don't want to.
I know. I don't want you to either. However, you have chosen the evolutionary branch that gives you higher thought. And as a result, you are burdened by that big brain of yours. And you're going to have to coexist with this reality. I'm sorry. I want you down here too, man. I want you down here too. You've been an absolute blast. You, me, and infinite nothingness. But regretfully, the time has come. I've held it off as long as I can.
Pep opens one eye. Just one eye to take in what he can see.
It's dark for a moment, but you can start to see the ceiling kind of crack open and the searing light sort of punching through. And it doesn't take much of a crack for this room to start to illuminate. It's still a black room, but now you are feeling this sensation of light, and in some regards, like a little bit of the heat off of this light. Sensations that you didn't think you could feel anymore. You can feel heat. You can see light. You can begin to smell the petrichor of a rainstorm coming. You can taste like the dryness on your lips. All of these sensations are coming to be things that this is all brand new to you.
This is a lot. Other eye will open. Start taking in my surroundings. Trying to acclimate
The crack,
my new experience.
The crack grows deeper and deeper and deeper until this black room becomes a flash of white. As this flash of white begins to settle down, a scene starts to coalesce in front of you. You're standing on a road. Actually, you're not standing on a road. You're sitting in a car behind the driver's seat, mind you. There are two others in the car right now. They both wear these blue jumpsuits with gold trim and the number 18 on the back. On your left, right, and behind you, you'll notice maybe a dozen or so individuals wearing military fatigues, armed with laser rifles. Up ahead, you see another individual a male wearing, again, this blue jumpsuit with gold trim, the number 18 on the back, speaking with a woman who seemingly has deer antlers on her head. And they're having this conversation, and the only word that you can really pick out, because all of these sensations are so overwhelming to you right now, the only word that you can really pick out at the moment is Yaogwai.
Do I recognize any of these people?
It's taking you a little bit, but yes, you actually do recognize these people once you begin to focus. It just seems like you've woken up from a Tylenol PM induced dream. You've got like this Benadryl hangover where you're just trying to really fight off the effects of this sleep. You still feel kind of tired, a little bit disoriented, but you're still aware of time, place, and everything else. You recognize these people as Clark and Hazel Greenglass and Lonnie Haber. Lonnie Haber actually is hanging back behind the car. Hazel's in the vehicle with you, and Clark is having this conversation with the individual with the deer antlers. On either side of you are the military garbed individuals. You can see that they have these Brotherhood of Steel holo tags. They're just initiates. They don't have power armor or anything like that. Speaking of power armor, you don't have power armor right now. What you do have is your newly acquired and trusted vehicle, Maybelline, that you are currently in the driver's seat of. Now, I would like to draw your attention to your character sheet real quick. If you'll take a look at your gear, you currently have everything that a Vault Dweller would have when they are created at character creation. You've got the Vault suit, you have a 10mm pistol and a switchblade, you've got a Pit Boy on your arm, you have some fresh water in your possession. I'd also like for you to take a look at your perks. So basically, you are the same pep that you were when you played last with David. However, you have a new perk called Racer's Instinct. So Racer's Instinct, your ability to pick the correct course of action in the heat of the moment, is precognizant. At the beginning of each day, roll a d20 and save the result. Once per day, you may substitute any of your rolls with this result. If unused, the result is replaced the next day. Drawback: your use of vehicle and race-related language is unapologetically excessive. In addition, you suffer the effects of jet addiction if not in contact with a vehicle during the past 24 hours.
Oh, fancy. Okay.
Now, lucky for you, you have been in contact with a vehicle during the last 24 hours, so you do not suffer the effects of jet addiction. What I would like for you to do is go ahead and roll me a d20, and we're going to see what special number you get to save for later.
All right. And since I'm not rolling skill,
you can do /R
yeah.
and d20. $15's your special number. So not that great, but it would be better than a 20 in certain cases. All right.
Indeed. Okay. Okay.
So that's your special number for today is 15. So Clark, we go back to you. So Clark, you know that you were having this conversation with this female. She was armored up in kind of like combat armor. It was camoed, pretty practical. She had like eye black over her face. She had these antlers on her head and has this like heirloom shotgun that was kind of like her weapon of choice. And when you encountered her, she apologized to you because she was kind of upset at the fact that she had inadvertently gotten you involved in a Yaogwai hunt. to which I believe Clark expressed excitement over the possibility of winning a Yaogwai, which this individual, was sort of heartened by. So,
Well, look, we're supposed to be training some fresh recruits, and there's no better training than a near-death experience.
there's no
Or maybe a
s-
full death experience.
Right, it might be a full death experience for some of them. Yaogwai are pretty tough. Euro, I mean, do you speak for those individuals?
I speak for my team, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I mean, because if things get chaotic, I mean, a Yaogwai in a controlled environment is still pretty challenging, but it's predictable. You know what it's going to do. With a lot of bodies around here running scattered about, freaking out, it could get hectic. I want to make sure you realize what you're getting into.
Yeah, I mean, I've killed Yaguai before. That's not a problem. And when the first time I killed a Yaguai,
She's giving like a doubted look right now.
They told me, because he doesn't know, he still hasn't come to grips with the fact that he's like in a vault suit and what that actually means. He's in the mindset of what Clark would be. So yeah, I've killed Yaguai before, and really what I learned after killing my first Yaguai is, look, they are predictable, and you honestly don't have to even run that fast from them. You just got to run faster than everybody else. And I think I think the Royal We will be just fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're going to be great. It's going to be good practice.
Well, let's set up then. You have a vehicle, it looks like. We have cover on left and right. We can set up a firing line. Let's head back to your car.
Let me introduce you to my friends here.
Oh, I would love to meet them. Sir, this individual walks back to the car with you, and as she approaches the Maybelline, she will actually take off this like stag helm and place it in the car. It's like, Servinia, nice to meet you.
Well,
Would you like to tell them the good news, Clark?
Yes, I think we should go around. My name's Clark, and I'm very excited with the news that Servinia here has given us. We're gonna, instead of whatever shit you came up with, Lonnie, we're gonna hunt a Yaogwai. Doesn't that sound fun, group? Huh? A Yaogwai?
That sounds like a gas, Clark.
Lonnie will say,
It's gonna be a long session with that.
well, I mean, we still have to do the task that the Brotherhood still put before us, but we can do this in addition. And part of the reason we're going down to that golf course thing anyway is to get supplies. I've not known Yaogwai to carry much with them.
I feel like you'd be surprised what you can find in a dead Yaogwai.
You know what? I don't feel like being surprised right now. But I see what you're saying. I like Pep. Wow, you're talking now.
Yeah, holy shit.
Now I've got something
Just
to
stay through.
say.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not just making engine revving noises now. So
Yeah,
I guess that's an improvement.
I gotta accept it. I'm gonna work with it. It's vroom vroom, pedal to the metal.
I like it. So we're hunting Yaogwai. All
Is it multiple Yaogwai or just the one Yaogwai?
Servinia pipe up. It's just the one.
Okay.
Okay. What is the plural of Yaogwai anyway?
Yaogwai.
Yaogwai.
Okay.
That was
So,
Guai.
Yeah. That's why.
Like Cole's
I
just sack.
know.
Out of character and out of GM, I guess, right now. I would have to ask my wife. She's got a bit of knowledge of Chinese, but she may know how to pluralize certain words, even though we've sort of anglicized this word. So, but guai kind of sounds like it could be singular or plural.
I thought it was just Yao guys.
Yeah, guys.
Y'all guys.
Yao guys.
Y'all guys.
Yao guys.
Honestly, I think they called it Yagwais because it's supposed to be the way they pronounce yogi, as in Yogi Bear.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sorry to be the one to tell
I like
you
that.
this.
Well, looks like we don't need your wife after all. We've got the experts here.
Right.
I thought we were gonna have a little cameo.
So we, Lonnie will say, all right, I'm going to take my squad and we're going to be rear guard. We've got woods on left and right flanks, just in case it comes out behind us. Okay. There's you three. There's Cervenia. You've got 12 initiates covering the front and the sides over here. Sound good?
Yeah, what do you
Also-
say, team? We'll take the vanguard here.
Yeah. Also, my team, we traded in some of their gear so that they could have med kits and stim packs. So if things get sour, I can send them up. So sort of like supply chain. Okay. All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Lonnie will head back probably about 50 yards or so. Something where like stray fire is going to be less likely to hit them in case things go really crazy, but also be able to cover like sides and back and stuff like that. So it is the three of you and your fire teams. So this will be a little bit new to Pep, but you should see sort of a combat map right now with your fire teams. So Clark, you have Willie, Layla, Brett, and Aaron. Hazel, you have Violet, Zoya, Dexter, and Hannah. Pep, you have Kevin, Jacob, Erica, and Kelly. And Lonnie has Cole, Harris, Elias, Alicia, Isaiah, and Oscar. Also in your fire team, here is going to be Cervenia, and she will also be joining you over here. As you make your preparations, so you may use the car as cover. You may set up your firing lines, anything like that. Dave, I want you to roll me a D6, and this is going to determine what type of position our heroes are in.
Okay. It's a 3.
Okay. So you're not on the back foot, but you're also not completely like catching the Yaguai off guard. Probably about, we'll say 50 yards up the road, this Yaguai comes out of the woods. So it wasn't going immediately out of the down the road, so you couldn't see it from a distance. You only have a little bit of distance really to kind of deal with this creature. So I'm going to put everyone at far. Also, if you recall, we have the Brotherhood of Steel Field Manual, How to Follow Orders from Commanding Officers. This lets you give your initiates orders. So there's attack, light them up, protect, and take the bullet. So that said, first up in the order is going to be Servinia, and the Yaogwai is far away. Servinia is going to shoot her shot here. I need to pull up her character sheet. There we go. Servinia is going to try to shoot her shot. Now, this is going to be a difficulty 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is going to be a difficulty 3 for her. And she only gets 2 successes on that. It is the Yaogwai's turn. The Yaogwai is going to rush towards the party now that things have gotten started. One is Clark. So Clark, everyone else is going to be like in medium range here. Clark, you are now in close range, and this Yaogwai is going to... Oh, I think it's going to try to take a swipe at you here. So you've got 1 defense.
Yes.
So it just needed 1 success, and it got there.
Yeah.
All right. It is going to roll damage.
Here we go. Oh.
So that is 7 physical damage. I need to look up what vicious is real quick because it might be more disgusting.
Vicious is 1 extra damage.
Oh, so that's 11 damage.
Okay. That's not great.
Do you want to take a look at your initiate abilities?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Now, are we starting with AP, or can I just use one of these?
You should have. I don't know what.
I don't. Hold on. Did I put it down somewhere here? I have no action points stored, so.
Everyone's got 4 AP. Congratulations.
Okay. That might be necessary. All right, let me see here.
Why don't you take a look at your mutations and see if there's anything special about you?
Oh, I'm perfectly normal, man.
Yeah, Clark is perfectly normal.
I'm as normal as you can possibly be.
That was a joke. I'm putting you down.
I am so normal. Okay. Yeah. I think actually the Yaogwai went for Brett.
All right.
Actually.
So are you going to spend a luck point?
Yeah. Goodbye, Brett.
All right. So you spend.
Is it luck or AP?
So take the bullet is a luck point to do protect.
Okay. Yeah,
that would increase your defense, but it's not going to increase it enough. So you're
I think Brett. That's fine.
All right. So you spend the luck point.
I'll shove. I grab him. I see the Yaogwai coming, and I turn around and I say, "All right, Brett, here's your chance." And I push him forward in front of the charging Yaogwai.
All right. So
is Brett dead?
1 moment. Yep. So you grab Brett and you interject him between yourself and the Yaogwai, and this Yaogwai's massive, sharp right paw knocks Brett's head clean off, along with his left arm at the shoulder.
Right out of the gate, man.
The force shoves Brett a good 4 or 5 feet away, and he kind of ragdolls. This does affect morale a little bit.
That makes a lot of sense. That really makes a lot of sense.
All right. You get that. All right. Clark, it's your turn. You now have this Yaogwai in your grill, and you bared witness to its destructive power just now.
Oh boy. Okay. Wow. Gosh, yeah, that was pretty bad. That almost like one-shotted me. Okay. Never back down though. I think we're just going to attack. I think we're gonna just try and shoot it right in the.
And again, you do have the other actions for your Brotherhood of Steel members. So
yeah, so I can choose. I can do like attack for each of them. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So basically, they fire as a whole squadron.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll do. Why don't we do? Can I do theirs first and then Mark's action?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna
how do I roll for them?
So I'll actually roll for them. So you are. They're going to take their laser rifles, and they are going to fire. Now this is going to be a difficulty 1 for them because I believe that's
we're all close. Yeah.
Oh.
How they do?
So they got 3 successes.
Okay. So, and a 1 there. Don't forget about the.
Yeah, I see it. Let's see. That's the wrong there. So we're gonna roll. So we're gonna roll that. Good God.
Okay.
So
all right.
Their barrage will do 12 damage to this Yagwai. Certainly feels it.
Yeah, I bet it didn't like that.
What's the DR on that Yaogwai?
Yes.
Never mind.
When you have 7 piercing, you get
sorry.
You get through it. Not applicable. Okay. Well, that was pretty sweet. That was good stuff. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do something a little crazy here, as usual. I'm going to attack with my switchblade.
Oh, okay.
Because I have the perk Slayer, and what Slayer does is if I inflict damage with this attack, where is it? If I inflict damage with this attack, I can spend 1 luck point and immediately land a critical hit and an injury on the location hit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll to attack, and then I'll just roll a d6 for whatever random spot, and then if I actually land the attack, I'll do the Slayer thing, and we'll see where we crit this critter.
Okay.
So, oh my gosh, where do I click now? This makes sense. Does this make sense? Where I have to get used to this. Do I have to do it from core to use it? Like if you just do that. Okay, here we go. No additional dice, right? I think that should do it.
3 successes.
Here we go.
You're looking for 1, so you'll generate 2 AP off this as well.
Very nice. Okay, and then I'm just going to do I think it's a D6 for a location, right?
It's a D20.
Okay. I didn't. R/20? Or is it R/D20?
/R space D20.
Oh, /R space. Thank you. 18.
18.
Whatever that is.
It's the right leg.
All right, and I'll spend a luck point, and we're gonna cripple that little leg there. Okay, so now I got to roll damage.
Yep.
For that, and it'll be a critical hit, so I'll roll double damage.
The crits are only on the 1.
Yeah, but Slayer immediately inflicts a critical hit. It's part of it.
Well, the critical hit is like the wounded thing. So
Okay.
I'm going to do double damage on ones.
Okay.
That tracks for rules wise, because the crit would just like hurt it unless you got double damage. If you get a 1, that's double damage, and so generally you're going to get 5 or more on that. So it's automatically. We kind of throw that language around. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That
sounds like the thing we can discuss there.
This is a very precise hit that you do. You don't
kind of slice the tendon there.
Yeah. Now, as far as like damage goes, it's like it doesn't do much damage, but the damage it does is internal, and you can tell that it is a lot of the weight that it was putting on that right leg. It's now trying to favor the left one as a result, because it's you've definitely knocked it off kind of kilter.
Okay. That was a complicated turn, but I think we got there in the end. What I wanted to accomplish.
Lonnie is going to Lonnie is still very far because he's about 50 yards back from all this. He is directing Harris to come up here and check on your wounded soldier, not knowing that Brett has joined the land invisible.
Yeah, Pack's gonna fix it.
Yep. Hazel, it is now your turn. Clark and his fire team are sort of between you and the Yaogwai. You're kind of on the opposite side of the car that the Yaogwai is, so you've got a little bit of cover and a few warm bodies between you and it. So you're currently at medium range.
Do we have a clear shot at the Yaogwai?
You absolutely have a clear shot at the Yaogwai. It'll just take a little bit of maneuvering and stuff. It's just you're at medium range. That's the only real complication.
Okay. Well, we got one Yaogwai. Okay. I am going to order my squad into positions so they have a clear shot. So I guess, will that move them into close range, or? I think it's still medium range.
Yeah, they're going to stick around with you just for ease. Now, that said, they're going to be rolling quite a few dice, and the difficulty just increases by 1. So they'll be looking for 2 successes instead of 1.
Okay.
So you want to have them fire a salvo?
I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to have them attack.
Got it.
Oh no.
Don't fuck up, Aaron.
Yep. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll D12.
Why do I feel like this is bad for my team?
11. This is going to be Erica. Erica takes 4 damage as a victim of friendly fire. The shock of Brett being dismembered with 1 claw has some of these initiates panicking, and laser blasts are just going everywhere, and Erica straight up catches 1 and takes 4 damage.
Medic! Over there. Might want to, she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Get your team together.
At least I still have a full team.
I was just going to say, I mean, not all of my team is technically together anymore.
Oh, that's horrifying. Okay.
I asked them to spread out, but not like that.
Oh, no.
Wow.
It had to be done, okay? Or Brett.
Well, part of threading the needle, but okay. So, and I get a shot also.
Yeah,
right?
you still have a major action.
All right. I am going to take a shot at the Yagwai with my 10 millimeter pistol.
Okay. Now the 10 millimeter, is it close?
It is close.
All right. So this will be a 2 difficulty for you.
Okay, then that's what we'll do. Eeny, meeny, money. Sorry, it's been a while since I've actually fired something.
There's a joke in there somewhere. There's a joke.
So many jokes. So many jokes. All right, so just 2 d20s. Right. There we go.
So a 2 is small arms a attack skill for you?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
So that is your 2 successes. Roll damage.
Okay. What's the damage on a 10 millimeter? I've never used one of these before.
I should have it in your character sheet.
Yeah.
You
If you can
do.
click on the.
You do. It's at the bottom. Okay, wait. Perks. Gear tab.
You can do it from core as well. Like if you just click on 10 millimeter pistol, it'll roll the damage for you.
Oh,
Oh.
I like that.
I don't remember if that's how it was before they changed the layout or not, but it is handy.
There's your bullets.
Yeah, click on the.
Click the gun. Okay. I apologize, gentlemen.
It's all good.
There. Allow me to... Man, okay, I don't know where to click.
All right. Would you like me
I
to click
see
it
it.
for you?
Honestly, yes.
We're going to go to core, and at the very bottom in the purple little folder area, you're going to have your weapons.
Okay.
There's the switchblade, and there's the 10 millimeter pistol.
So just one.
Yeah. So you see the where it says
Damage
4
dice.
in the pit boy. Yeah, just hit that pit boy next to the 4.
All right. Good boy next to the 4.
Oh.
Hey, that is 2 damage. It does not pierce the thick skin of the Yagwai.
Drat.
Pep,
Okay.
I imagine you are... Well, I want to imagine you're in the driver's seat, but I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Right. I'm in the driver's seat. Is my fire team in the car or are they next to
They are next to the car.
Okay. And wait, was one of my fire team hit by?
Yes,
Eagles
one of
group or-
Erica took
Erica
a stray shot.
Okay, is she in?
She's all right,
Action?
but I
Okay.
mean, it's not too many more of those, please.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell Erica to get in the car.
Okay.
Take cover in the car because even if she's not badly injured, if she is hit, I'm gonna tell her to get in the car.
All right.
I'm gonna tell Nivea, Jacob, and Kelly to take a breath, focus. No need to overheat. Things are looking crazy. I'm gonna tell them to aim at Clark injured the left
Yep, left leg.
front paw, front or back.
Sorry, it's back right.
Back right. Okay. And based on where the Alguai is from where I am, can I give my team like Darsh like, okay, everyone aim at the front right paw.
Yeah, sure. It'll be a slightly higher difficulty.
Yeah.
But I just realized that these are medium range weapons, so it'll be difficulty 2.
Okay. Everybody, aim at that front right paw. Take a breath. When I say fire, attack.
Is Erica participating in this fusillade?
Sure. If she's in the car and aiming out the window as best she can.
Okay. That is 3 successes, so they'll actually hit. They will do 9 piercing, so all of that actually goes through, and that leg is now crippled as well. The Yaoguai is looking a bit worse for wear. Like a few more good hits like that will probably do the trick.
I'm going to tell my team, good job. Good job, team. Good job. And then for my major action, I don't know. Is there essentially this kind of like Overwatch? Like, could I steady my...
I think you can hold an action.
Yeah.
So you want to ready an action. What's the triggering event?
If the Yaoguai gets within close range of me and the driver's side of the car.
Got it. And what's your action?
I'm going to aim with my 10 millimeter using the window frame of the car to kind of steady my shot.
Gotcha.
So
you are
aim
readying
obviously
attack
for the head.
Got it. You're readying attack if it gets close to you. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. It is now Servinia's turn. Servinia is going to now it's a little bit closer. Servinia is going to level a shot with her shotgun. Only gets the 1 success though, so she does not hit. If she were, we'll say that she took a minor action to aim. So we're gonna do a re-roll that 13. It becomes a 10, and that is sufficient. So she is going to roll damage. Oh God, with the spread. 2, 4, 6. 13.
Spread ridiculous.
Yeah. The more dice you roll, the worse it gets. Like, spread's fine with like 5 dice, but like it just gets exponentially dumb. So Servinia fires this shotgun, and it is brutal. It is probably the most destructive shotgun you've probably ever seen used. As a result, this Yaoguai is critically injured at this point.
I want one.
I know, right?
The Yaoguai is in very bad shape, but it kind of feels like it's a core. Let me roll. Okay, I think it's going to stand and fight here. Clark, you're close.
You will try.
Yeah. It is enraged. It's not even going to bother with the claw. It's going to go for... It's going to try to do a bite.
Don't do a bite.
Oh, it's going to do a bite. Interesting. So
That is
there's
very
a 20
interesting.
and a 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to negate the fact that that was going to be double damage dice. So it's just going to roll its regular damage dice. So the 20 and the 1 kind of offset. So that should hopefully be okay with you. The bad news is it's still a bite. That is 9 damage with 2 piercing.
A little worse for wear. You want to roll like where it bites? Because that will be an injury, right? If that's enough damage to be an injury.
Yes. So 8. Let me look at the character sheet here. An 8 is going to be your torso.
Oh, you don't even need a functioning torso. What does that even do?
No. What does it house?
What does it do? I don't know. What does having a crippled torso do in this version?
I would have to.
I assume you kind of double over a lot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dave,
perfect.
Dave, you get the book race while we move on. Clark,
I'll be the librarian here.
Thank you. Clark, it will be your turn. You have a very crippled, very close to dead Yaogwai up in your grill that has taken an interest to you, a real liking, as it were.
Now, can I ask? Is your initiate that came up to check on Brett? Can I command them to give me a stim pack?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that as a minor action. You can command them to give you a stim pack.
Yes, I'd like to do that.
Okay.
While you're doing that, Torso, you begin bleeding heavily. At the end of each of your subsequent turns, you suffer 2 damage dice, physical damage, ignoring all DR.
Yeah, that checks out. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need a stim pack for sure.
Let's see here.
Medic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So a stim pack. Let's see here. Stim pack can be used in one of 2 ways. It can be applied using the Take Kim minor action, healing 4 HP, or treating an injury immediately. Or it can be applied as part of a first aid action, healing 4 HP, or treating an injury in addition to any other healing done. Treating an injury.
Yeah, I feel like since it's a minor action, it should just be whatever that lesser one was.
So you can attempt that. Stim packs.
If you take a stim pack, it recovers 4 HP and 1 injury.
No, or.
Okay.
Or, yeah. So your minor action, Harris is going to come over and use their stim pack. You can decide whether you want 4 HP or if you want that crit to go away.
I feel like even if I take the 4 HP, given how much damage this thing does, I would still be dead. So I think I am going to go ahead and cure the injury.
Okay. So Harris will come over to you and basically stab you in the back with it. You know, there's not a lot of bedside manner, but at the same time, you can see when you look down, you can see the blood start to clot and the bleeding subsides. The big bite, those puncture marks, they're healing. You still feel bad, but you're not bleeding anymore. You still have a major action.
Rather than doing that, I want to use 1 AP to get my fire team to attack.
Okay. So you're going to have. So that's just like 1 AP. Like you can just spend that. So the way that works is you can spend an AP for an extra minor action. That's basically what you're doing.
Yep.
So they are going to shoot their shot. They are at close range. So this is going to be difficulty 2 because they're a little bit close for these rifles. They get 3 successes, which is enough. They're going to do 6 plus 2 piercing, which is going to be enough to kill the Alguai.
Yeah. Good job, team. Really came in clutch there.
Yay! They did it for Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah, they avenged Brett. Well, you know, he just wasn't cut out for Clark's team.
It's hard out here in the wasteland.
Servinia comes over, goes over to the Yaguai immediately. Flips it over onto its back as best she can, and with a very sharp knife begins to field dress this thing. As she starts, she stops for a moment. She looks over. She looks at Hazel. She says, "Come here."
Sure. Yeah.
Come here.
And Hazel will walk over.
All right. Clark, you want to learn?
Absolutely.
Pep, you want to learn?
Willie, all y'all, get over here. Let's watch.
I'll watch from here.
All right. So Clark, Hazel, you and your fire teams come over and kind of create this makeshift medical theater around Servinia. And Servinia takes her knife and begins to field dress this Yaguai. She takes out all of the inedible organs, lays them to the side, sort of takes all that out, and then starts carving the meat out and lays that over to the side as well, like a different side. And then after probably about 10-15 minutes, has this thing completely field dressed. All the meat on one side, all the offal on another side, and just the carcass left. And she starts loading the offal into the carcass and says, all right, you helped me with this hunt. It is only fair that you are rewarded. You get all of the meat. Is that acceptable?
I'm perfectly fine with that. So why don't you need the meat?
Well, I was planning on taking this thing down alone, but I got assistance, and you deserve to be rewarded for assisting.
Well,
plus, and she points at the carcass and the offal and says, "There is plenty I can do with this." Plenty.
All right.
Brett did die for this. Lest
True.
us forget. Oh, I forgot. Clark's like really injured too.
Yeah, he could use a medic too. I'm actually
putting on a brave face, but he's like really hurt.
I think Hazel is actually going to look over to Lonnie and say, "So Lonnie, we're here for supplies. That includes rations, right? So some fresh Yaguai meat."
As for, and Lonnie will come over to Hazel and say, "For us,
right?
Like, yeah, like they're not."
Hey, I'm honestly, I'm just going. Like we had a mission to just run these guys through a meat grinder a couple times and toughen them up. Basically, this is sort of just a bonus. So
yeah, this is
whatever you want to do. It's up to you.
It's for the settlement for us.
Yeah. Well, we don't really have
us.
The problem is we don't have a good way to preserve it. We can't stop here and salt and dry it all. So,
As you're having this conversation, Cervenia is doing a few things to help preserve it.
Okay.
So the party gets 4 portions of Yaguai meat because Cervenia is so skilled in field dressing and carving these things up. She's able to get 4 portions out of this thing.
And Hazel paid very close attention to how she did it. She knows a master when she sees it. She's trying to sharpen up her.
Cervenia's at work, but at the same time, she's doing her best to do explanations. So she's taking pauses to point a few things out, but she's not turning this into an hour seminar. Like, it's still like, we're in the wilderness here, but you're going to learn as well. Like, you're here, I'm going to teach you, you're going to learn.
Yeah, Hazel is sharpening her survival skills that she already has, because this is something that's good to know.
As she is wrapping up, you see her kneel before the Yaguai, and she clutches something that kind of looks like a knotted piece of twig. It's just sort of like curled in of itself, almost like 4-leaf clover, just sort of perpetually knotted. And she whispers something, and a few moments later, a gang of grackles lands before her. She says something to them, and they take off. She looks to you all and says, well, I need to be going, but I'm certainly interested in maybe speaking with you all again. I can't help but notice that you lack the stench of Old Nolans. So where are you? And you're not nomads because you don't have any supplies with you. So you've got to have a camp somewhere. If you don't mind me asking, where can I maybe find you in the future?
Sure. Well, we do actually have a settlement. We just set it up, so it's still in its infancy. It's called Rising Sun, and it's a stretch of the legs outside of Old New Orleans. So
okay, that's my preferred distance from Old Orleans. So
yeah, it's just far enough that it's not the middle of nowhere, but you can see it from there. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's going to take me a while to get this back to where I'm at.
So
maybe in
I'll make
days,
it easy.
a week, something like that. Maybe I can look you all up.
Well, I'll make it easy on you. I'm pretty sure we'll have some outgoing radio signals for people to bring people into the settlement. So if you can find a radio, you can find Rising Sun.
I believe I can make that happen. Well,
cool.
You appeared to be going somewhere, and I definitely need to be going somewhere with this. Otherwise, it's going to be a whole host of other different problems, bugs, and other creatures, and all that stuff.
Right,
really
right.
So I,
of course,
will be on my way. It was a pleasure meeting.
All right,
all of you. Please take care.
Well, same to you. I hope to see you on the flip side.
She will grab her stag helmet out of the vehicle, and basically she will start, she's kind of got like the back legs of this Yaguai under like the armpits, and she'll start dragging it down the road and towards the woods, sort of in the same direction that the grackles flew off when she spoke with them.
Crow magic.
Yeah, as somebody in California, grackles are those skinny blackbirds that you see in Texas, right? And in the Gulf Coast states, because we don't actually have those out here.
Yeah, they like the fast food restaurants and stuff. They're scavengers. They eat everything. They're pest birds.
Yeah, when I've been in that area of the States, I've run into them. They do seem to congregate near Whataburgers.
Yeah, it's the fries, French fries. They love.
It's all
them.
about the French fries.
All right. So that was the Yagua encounter.
Can we bury Brett, please? Time and bury Brett.
Very
Lonnie will say.
sentimental of Clark.
Lonnie will say, "You know what? I'll have a grave detail. I'll have my group do grave detail. We'll bury him. I'll collect his dog tags and we'll catch up.
We should definitely grab his gun too, and maybe the fusion cells.
Lonnie has already claimed that equipment. It's like
I was going to give it to Lonnie because I think Lonnie's the only one that can use energy weapons.
Yeah, Lonnie's like, this feels way more comfortable than the 10 millimeter for some reason.
Yes.
But I'll meet up with you all.
Sentimental in some respects, Pep. Only some respect.
All right. So you continue to travel south. Warren signs advertise the South Nolans Par 3 professional miniature golf course and pro shop miles before your arrival, with promises of fun for the whole family, gourmet eats, 18 beers on tap, and the long drive challenge. You approach the property from the south. The entire facility is covered in netting, so tightly woven that you can barely make out the interior. At the base of this half dome is an entrance gate. A lone speaker struggles to play a triumphant orchestral tune befitting a professional golfer. A now open sign dares you to enter the facility.
Like just that.
That constantly.
Just that.
That's great.
Would you like to go in?
It's so majestic. How could we possibly not?
All right. As you enter the facility, you are greeted with a naturally lush environs. Green hues normally reserved for putrid wounds and radiant glowing ones. The manicured sidewalk leads you to a building straight ahead, a sign reading Clubhouse and Pro Shop. A Mr. Handy with a flat cap and eternally lit cigar hovers near the entrance, eager to ambush anyone entering.
Hello, and welcome to the South Nolans Par 3 Professional Miniature Golf Course and Pro Shop. My name is Big Chipper, and it is my privilege to invite you to the premier golfing experience this side of the Mississippi. Our featured attraction is the Par 3 Professional Miniature Golf Course. 18 holes scientifically designed to be challenging for the veteran, yet entertaining for beginners. Adults and children alike will marvel at the set pieces, featuring some of the most notable animals and landmarks in Louisiana. Perhaps you want to work on your approach game. Our driving range offers a full selection of clubs and drive scenarios for you to perfect your swing. If you're looking for something a bit more competitive, the winner of our Long Drive Challenge earns a very special prize, courtesy of Mamba Sporting Goods and General Atomics International. Finally, what better way to cap off an afternoon than at the Bunker Grill and Bar? Our head chef Francois can prepare you the most delicious ribeye in the state with all of the fixings, plus a cold beverage from our extensive tap of domestic brews. To get started, just head inside our clubhouse. And while you're out there, if you see my boy, Little Chipper, tell him to come on home. His mama's worried sick over him.
Huh.
Now, do you guys think Little Chipper is a robot, or is like maybe like a mascot that we're supposed to find?
My money's on a Roomba.
As you're in here,
the joke just hit me actually a little. Yeah, I was a little bit slow on that one.
As you are in here looking around, you see another individual in here, kind of wandering around looking. Also, blue vault suit, number 18, just sort of scouting the place out a little bit. And the voice of this Mr. Handy sort of catches his attention, but he's polite enough to wait for Mr. Chipper to go through his spiel before he comes and introduces himself.
In a devastated world filled with the horrors of radiation, a soul savior rises from the cradle of a nation. The true American Uncle Buck to the rescue. This is when you clap. This is when you cheer. Everyone cheer. The savior is here.
Willie, cheer. Quick.
Some of the Brotherhood of Steel just start to...
Nope. None of you cheer for this guy. No.
Clark's team is cheering. Clark isn't cheering. Clark's team is cheering.
Do you doubt my magnificent power? The power of America is behind me.
America.
No one doubts my power? I'd be happy to show every single one of you my power.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's see.
Show us your power.
Perhaps you would like to show off your power at the Long Drive Challenge, located...
Hey there, it's your boy Jared, aka Lonnie Haybear, the Nightmare, the Razor Claw Slayer, I think this joke has run its course. I want to give a quick shout out to the Amber Archer. Dave has mentioned her before, and I'm doing it again because I don't think he can stop me right now. So, Amber and I go way back. She's one of my go-to folks when I need some projects done. No joke, she made my wife a 6-foot-tall ruler once for some back-to-school photo shoots. Well, I asked Amber to make me some art for a character who you will meet later. Don't want to spoil the details, and she absolutely knocked it out of the park. Amber's a good egg, and you owe it to yourselves to check out her coffee store. You can find Amber's Twitter at @TheAmberArcher. That's _Amber Archer.